everyone, welcome back to my channel all about BI. So from session number 30 we are looking about mapping data flow transformation, right? So today we are going to see about one more transformation, which is nothing but flatten transformation. So what does this do? As the name suggests, right, it is going to flatten certain records of one pattern to another pattern. So when we say flattening, we are going to flatten an array to a simple record format. Okay, for example, you have a JSON file. Okay, I'll show you a sample file which I'm going to use today. So that JSON file will have simple records as well as array kind of records. So this is the JSON file I'm going to refer to. We have a JSON file, two records in the JSON file. One is ID1 and ID2. So for ID1, we are having the details of a certain product, which is nothing but Android mobile phones. Okay, manufactured by OnePlus. So for second record, right, we are having the iPhone details manufactured by Apple, right? So we have three columns in each record. One is ID column, second is products column, third one is price range column. Similarly, for second record, we have ID, products and price range. So you might be having a 5 or 6 columns in the sense product name, product model and product price range, followed by what else property we have? Name, name of the product, model name of the product and manufacturer of the product. Alright, so you have these many columns in your sync data set or sync table or file. Okay, you have ID column, product model, product name, price and manufacturer. So how we will be writing the above JSON file is: one, product name is mobile, model is Android, price is 5,000 to 50,000 range, manufacturer is OnePlus. Okay, similarly second record will be again mobile, but this is an iPhone manufactured by Apple. The price range will be 50,000 to 5 lakh. So this is how we have to write the records in the sync. Okay, so the sources are looking like this. So this has to be transformed to this particular format. Okay, because our file or table has these many columns, we have to denormalize the JSON file, or we have to flatten the JSON file based on the products column. So in the sync, it no longer will be one single column. It is going to be transformed to 3 sub columns. Okay, we will have something like product name, product model name, products manufacturer. Okay, so I'm going to show you how do we implement it in Azure Data Factory today. Add a source, point, we have to point to the JSON file that we have it in our blob storage part. Okay, I'm just pointing to it, and then go to source option. For JSON file, right, we'll have some properties. Okay, so we have to choose it in the source file options. So when you see here, we have JSON settings. So normally when you look at the JSON file, right, it will all be included in the double quotes. Okay, if you see here, right, key value pairs, everything is included in double quotes. Okay, but there might be instances when your values are included in single quotes or without quotes also. So for handling such scenarios, you have some settings here wherein you can choose unquoted column names and single quoted. Okay, you can make use of these options. And when it has C or C++ formats comment, right, you can choose this. We can ignore while importing the column and values to the sync. We can ignore the comments if it is present in the JSON document. Okay, the single document is nothing but in our JSON file we have one single document's data only. We don't have multiple documents data. So what we can choose to be is single document is checked. Okay, so if you are escaping the records by backslash, right, you can choose this. Nothing else we have to mention here. So just make sure you are checking the single document here. So projection, when you connect to the JSON file itself, it has to bring the projection. If not, you have to import it. Okay, in our case, it's going to bring us 3 columns. One is ID column, second is products and price range. ID and price range will be simple column and products will be complex column. Complex in the sense an array column. Okay, let's come back. So when you see the actual columns in projection, you can go to data preview to see how the records are brought by the source file. Okay, I mean source connection. So it will be like 2 columns will be simple columns and 1 will be array column. So the products column is going to be an array. Let's see how it is looking in the data preview tab, so that we can implement a flatten transformation to denormalize it. So see here, ID column and price range column, they are simple columns, and products we are seeing it in the square brackets. When you click on the square bracket, right, you will be seeing the actual products in the array. Okay, so what we have to do now is we have to add a flatten transformation, and it's not going to take much time. I'll just implement it quickly. Okay, just click on flatten, and we have to set up certain properties based on which column we have to denormalize or flatten the source data. Now, in our case, it's going to be products. So how we are expecting is we'll have ID column, product name column, product model column, product manufacturer, followed by price range. 5 columns we'll be having after we flatten. Okay, so basically we'll unroll the records by products. Okay, so once we do it right, by default it will have 3 columns, and once you choose the unroll by column and reset the mapping, right, you will see 5 columns. See here, products name, product model, products manufacturer. So now we can add a sync transformation to write these records too. But before that, just have a look in the data preview tab whether the denormalization or unflattening has happened correctly. So because in source, how we looked at is we had array of data set. Okay, so in products we had the array. Okay, but after flattening you should be seeing 5 columns without any array columns. See here, the records are denormalized or flattened now. So we can add a sync transformation to write these records to a file or a table. So in our case it's going to be a file. So let's quickly point to an output folder and create a CSV file. Okay, we'll output to a single file, flatten output. We can call it as flatten output .csv. Choose this set single partition, and we are all set. Okay, we can execute this pipeline, and then we can see how the records are written. So pipeline has executed. Let's see how the records are written. Just click on edit. So we should be seeing 2 records with 5 columns. So this is how we do the flatten transformation or flatten operation in the data flow task. Okay, I recommend you to go through this flatten transformation mapping in Microsoft page. Okay, they have provided a complex JSON file, and then they have discussed various scenarios based on the unroll by column and unroll root column. So in here, right, for flatten transformation you have 2 things. One is unroll by and unroll root. So we have just used unroll by column. There is something called unroll root as well. When you have a complex data set like how they are using here is they have array within the array and all. Okay, you can use the same JSON document. You can copy from here and you can create this JSON document, and when you look at this document, they have array within the array, and one more nested array also. So they have a complex data set, and they are discussing various scenarios when you are only using unroll by column and no unroll root column. So this unroll root is basically to determine what level of hierarchy we want to use. When you have multiple hierarchies, right, you can choose up to which hierarchy you want to retrieve the data. So based on unroll root column, we can do that. So they are discussing multiple options, no unroll root with complex array. Similarly, they have various scenarios and they are showing the output also. So I recommend you to go through this and use the same data set to understand more about this flatten transformation. I just wanted to cover the basics about it. Okay, in case you have any doubts, you let me know in the comment section, and if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.